I want to share my newest listing in Crestview, Florida. So if you're PCSing to Eglin, Hurlburt, 7th Group, or anywhere in the Panhandle, I've got an awesome listing in Crestview, Florida. It's not too far from the bases. It's like right in the middle of everything. So if you're looking for something that's in the happy medium, this is a really good one. It is a 4-bedroom, 2-bath house. It's all brick. It was built in 2014. It's about 2,202 square feet, so pretty spacious. There are some new construction homes not too far from it, and they're about 1,900 square feet, and they're going for more than what this house is going for. I think they're going for 369. So a pretty big difference. And if you're looking for more square footage, this is a really good one, and it's not too far from the bases. It's not too far from Pensacola, Panama City Beach. It's not too far from the Destin beaches. So lots of options. You're not too far from the Highway 10. So super easy access to the highways that you would need to take to get to wherever you want. It's got a beautiful kitchen, very spacious. The dining room just right off next to the kitchen, and the kitchen has a nice little bar. So it's nice and open. You can see into the living room. So if you are hosting, I know that I like to be able to talk to people as I'm getting things ready. So that's really nice if you're looking for something like that. If you work, I know I always work with my laptop at the bar, even though I have my desk. I like to sit at the bar and work. I don't know why, I just am more productive over there. This has a really nice bar, so you could set up some bar stools. Gorgeous cabinets, lots of counter space, nice pantry too, that's a plus. Pendants, that's really nice. The sunken in ceilings are gorgeous. This is like one of my favorite things. I haven't really seen these types of ceilings until I moved out here. So I'm not sure if it's like a Florida thing, but for whatever reason, these are always just so stunning to me. Another thing about this house is it has French doors that lead out to the back. So pretty. And the backyard is pretty big, and there are trees right behind it, and actually the property line goes farther than where the fence is actually at. So if you wanted to extend the backyard, even though it's already pretty big, you could extend it even further to where the true property line is at. There's just a bunch of trees there, but that's a plus because you don't have anybody living behind you. And actually there's only one neighbor. So if you're looking at the house, there's one neighbor to the right. There's a space in the left. So there's not a direct neighbor to your left, but there is one on the other side if you curve around. It's because it's like kind of near a curve, but there's no neighbor right there. And I would assume that they wouldn't build next to it because there's kind of like a dip, which you see a lot in neighborhoods. I have a friend that lives in an area similar to this, and there's a dip, and they never built. So that's why I'm like, I would assume they wouldn't. So there's some privacy with this house, which I like. So the living room is pretty large. If you're looking at the pictures, there is a pretty large couch in here, and so there's lots of space for you to put in a nice couch like this one and set it up however you want. I like that there's a section for the living room, and then a section for the dining room, the kitchen, and then there's a little section off to the side, which you could probably put a little chair if you wanted to add it as like a little desk or something. So I like that the house is sectioned off too. So once you walk in, there's a foyer, and then there's the living room, kitchen area. And then when you go over to the left, the primary bedroom is right there. Again, sunken in ceilings, 2 windows on each side. And then there's a large bathroom as well. So double vanity, large walk-in closet. There's a bathtub, nice bath soak tub, and then a window, which I think is really nice. I don't know why. I love windows in bathrooms, even if it's kind of like frosted. I like it because I'm just a sucker for natural light. maybe that's just me. It also has a shower in there. So you've got the option between the shower, it's a walk-in shower, and then the bathtub as well. So that's really nice. Brick house, which I love. It's all on one floor, which majority of houses that I've seen in Florida are one level. Took me a while after moving from Colorado to Florida to see that most of the houses are just one floor, which I like, but lots of space, like I said. And then if you walk in through the front door, there's the foyer, primary bedroom, living room, and then if you go off to the right, that's where the other 3 additional bedrooms are at, which are also very spacious. The windows are large, which I like. There's lots of room, nice closet space, nice laundry room too. That's really nice. You could probably take out the builder shelving and customize it and put in some nice shelving in there. I've seen some really nice laundry rooms on Pinterest that I am jealous of, but you could do a lot in here. I mean, it looks like they've got a little fridge in here. Another plus about this house is that there's no HOA. So if you're looking to keep your expenses down, this is a good house to consider because there's no HOA. Depends on what people want. Some people like HOAs, some people don't. To me, it doesn't really matter. It just really depends. But for this one, I would be excited because there's no HOA. It's a really nice neighborhood, very spaced out. The houses are pretty large. It's not far from the highways. So if you need to access the highways, they're all right there. You're not too far from Pensacola, Panama City Beach, Destin, the bases, the airport. So you're, like I said, you're like kind of in the middle. That way you can make the option instead of being on a different side of town and having to drive far for everything. So this is nice and convenient. So if you're PCSing or you're moving to Florida or you're moving to anywhere in the Panhandle, I would love to help you find your home. And if you're not moving to Florida, but you're still looking for a real estate agent in anywhere in the US, I would be more than happy to connect you with a trusted agent in that area. And it's always good to find somebody that you work well with and that'll explain things to you. So I've got lots of connections. I'm also looking to make more connections, grow my network, and continue to build my referral business. I absolutely love talking real estate, and I love talking about the different benefits. I like talking about strategy. I like talking about just building wealth through real estate too. So if you ever have any questions about what you should do with the property, happy to help there too. So I love all things real estate, so send me an email, write a comment. If you know of anybody that's looking in the area, share this listing with them. I will link it in the description below.